Hello friend, once again welcome on board. After a long time and discussion with my new peoples, I finally decided to create an engaging and energetic interview block question with answer for all the freshers and technician and engineers. This will boost your knowledge as well as this will help you to crack any interview in India as well as abroad. Sometimes this question can be changed. Mostly they will ask you about what work you have done, what logbook entry you have, what you have mentioned in the CV. Most cross question will be from your work experience, and sometimes they will discuss about what is your favorite system, what is your favorite ATA. Please explain about that particular ATA. So based on my experience with last 6 airline, I am sharing you all the question with answer. So guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy this video till end for complete knowledge about this interview pattern. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe to my channel for getting new updates. And this is for your information and knowledge purpose only. Never use this data for the any maintenance. Always use latest aircraft maintenance manual. So let's start with the introduction. Initially, once you are going to face the interview, they will ask you about tell me about yourself. So this question is you have to give answer in a proper way. In an aviation, introduction interview should be a 90 to 120 second. Focus on your qualification, relevant skill, experience. This is applicable to all type of interview. If you are going to tell me about yourself, focus on highlights rather than full telling the full life story. So you have to give answer in a quickest way in a short time, because other people are also working. So there is a focus key point. What you can tell my name is this, I am from this, and my age is this, and I am fresher, or you can mention experience. Overall qualification quickly about, you can say 10 12 graduation, post graduation, btech aeronautical or aircraft maintenance engineering. We are from AME background, so we are focusing on aircraft maintenance engineering only. So another you can add later on, you can add total working experience in airline, MRO, mention the name of the companies, type of aircraft you have worked, mention all the aircraft type name and aircraft type of license. If you are engineer, you can tell I have DGCA, GACA, YASA, or any for license you have. Mention the category, what type of category you have, like Cat A, B1, B2 license. Now B1 plus B2 also coming for, and you mention the type of aircraft what you have, like 320 with CFM Leaf 1A, Pratt and Whitney engine, or any other engine. Mention the area of work, like engine change, APU change, landing gear change, and last you can add transit, daily inspection, weekly, multiple HX, AOG, handling, and SB modifications. So this is the key example where you have work in majority, where you have work. So you mention this all the area, and then go to the next step. They can, what you have mentioned in your CV about you all experience, area of work. So always read your CV properly as well as prepared yourself about cross question, because mostly I told they will ask you about your CV only, what you have mentioned the experience, and once you are giving answer from there only cross question will be there. So always be ready with your CV pro, what you are mentioning you should know about that. So let's start another question, wheel change. Generally, if you are technician background or freshers, you have worked for 1 year, you have done wheel change. So they can ask wheel change procedure, how you are going to approach. You should go through the manual about the procedure for the wheel change. I will discuss in another video in detail, and we'll take latest revision of job card print from the Airbus or Boeing portal for the particular aircraft registration or manufacturer serial number. So this is a very important. Once you are going to reply any component change about what you are going to do, first you will take the latest job card, and then approaching way will be same for all the component replacement. You plan about the work, discuss with your team before approaching the aircraft. This will have good habit of working. If you are discussing with your team, they will also understand what we are going to do on the aircraft. We'll and then get issue all the required tools from the store. Proper register entry must be there. What are the tools you are getting issued for particular aircraft? Check the serviceable tag for the all the tools. Calibration due date is valid or not. will request for consumable with tags from the store. What are the consumable required? There will be the cross question while giving this answer. Tell me what are the discardable item in wheel change you are doing. What are the item you are discarding and using new one. So if you are talking about main wheel, castle nut, quarter pin and tab washer, these three things you are going to replace with new one. For nose wheel, only quarter pin and castle nut will replace. How you are removing brake fan? So there is a cross question. Some people use extension rod, mallet, something they will use to hold the brake fan to open. But there is a brake fan handling tools separate is coming. If you read the AMM, you will find out what is the brake assembly fan handling tools. How you will remove the wheel? This is also cross question. Wheel dolly, there is a wheel dolly for removing the wheel, but there is also alternate procedure. You can use additional manpower. So this is also mentioned by the Airbus. If you don't have sufficient infrastructure, you can use manpower to hold the item. So overall, you should know about the procedure what you have mentioned in the CV. Can be a cross question. Any special tools you are using this in the wheel change? So like special tools you are using torque wrench. This is also good to know. Then we need to follow start with obey all the warning precaution, and already I have uploaded about the warning and precaution on my YouTube channel, so go through that because all the having different warning and precaution, and every warning precaution having different meaning. So if you go through that video, definitely you will understand about the warning and precaution. Relevant CB need to fold as per the AMM only. No need to mention this thing. Once you are putting the word, we are going to follow the AMM. But still, they wanted to know quickly about what you are going to do. So you have to pull the CB. You have to placard the cockpit. While removing wheel, you should put the parking brake on. Then placarding and ground safety device. Ground lock must be installed on the landing gear. So you need to tell about this complete wheel procedure quickly. Is there independent inspection required or not? This is mostly wheel change in India. It is not required. It's AME itself is releasing. But if you're coming in abroad, there is the independent inspection required for the wheel change. What are the tools required? Size, this I will upload a separate video for all the component. What are the tools required? And then park brake must be on off. This is also cross question. While removing, what you'll do? Park brake must be on or off. So while removing, park brake must be on. While installation, park brake must be off, because you are going to give torque while rotating the wheel. So there is a brake must be off. And one more thing, you have to deflate the tire to the minimum less than 30 psi pressure if a tire is damaged and you are planning for wheel change. So this is also good to know information. There will be the cross question about wheel change. So brake change procedure will also same. You have to give answer. You have to follow the AMM quickly. You should tell about the procedure. What are the torque values? Just I have mentioned 160 foot-pound, but you have to refer latest haircut manual and cockpit placarding, relevant CV and ground lock. This is just tricky. You have to give answer so that front person will know, yes, you are knowing, you are taking all the safety precautions. But word is same. You have to follow haircut maintenance manual. And there will be the cross question, how many mounting bolt is there? What is the location of the mounting bolt of the brake? So there is a triangle shape. You can say one is top, two is at bottom area, one temperature sensor will be there on brake. This is also cross question. Any other equipment with the brake assembly temperature sensor is there. What are the tools required? This you will get in my separate video. So now the next question is, what is the difference between fueling procedure and precaution? There is a totally difference between these two topics. This can be asked anywhere. This is a common question for the all. So if you are talking about the procedure means what? You have to check the serviceability due date of that Bowser, whether it is serviceable or not. Check the fuel panel instrument light test, the high level test. Already I have uploaded on my channel about the fueling panels. Please go through the video in detail. Check fuel samples. It means ensure that all the quality control check are performed prior to refueling. There is no color change of the capsule, no sediment in the fuel, and two-way communication of the headset between the ground crew and cockpit crew. This is especially in Europe country, and this is very good thing you have to follow everywhere. Sometime company line maintenance manual mention keep the L1 L4 door open with the passenger ladder connected during the fueling because for emergency evacuation. So L4 doors must be open. It depend on the company to company. With my past experience, I am telling L4 door must be open, ladder must be connected. There is a sometime if no ladder, crew to be positioned with the door arm condition for emergency action. This is good to know information. If there is no ladder and you are getting delay, you are doing fueling, so you have to position one crew and door must be arm condition for emergency evacuation action. So he can deploy, she or he can deploy the slide in case of requirement. So this is very good to know information. So always refer company manual, I will always suggest. Then if you are talking about the precaution, bonding and grounding during the fueling and defueling must be there. Bonding means what? You are just equalizing the potentials between the two component. So bowser and truck, you are just equalizing the potential difference. And grounding means you are just making the potential difference zero. In case of lightning strike, something happen, it will go to the ground. Visual check of the hose, coupling nozzles for wear or any leak. You have to observe physically, just have a quick walk around about the bowser condition. Refueling the safety zone, 3-meter safety zone must be respected around the area located under the NACA vent, overpressure protector, refueling coupling. So there is a safety zone 3-meter from the NACA and overpressure disc protector. In case of any leak, there will no fire hazard. So that's why this safety zone is required. Inform the pilot and crew about the fueling is on, so that they will select seat belt sign off. No smoking light on. You should not do smoking in the cabin, and seat belt must be off condition, because if you are engaging seat belt emergency evacuation, there will be the challenge, you will stuck sometime. Correct firefighter equipment with the bowser must be there. Make sure that if there is an emergency, you can move the fuel tanker away quickly. So front area must not block up the fuel tank. Anti-collision light have been set to off condition. APU start shutdown are permitted. APU start shutdown is not permitted. If APU is on, let it be on. If it is shut down, you should not restart again. Chalk, do not touch the tire. This is a cross question. Why chalk should not touch the tire? Because once you are putting the fuel and passenger boarding also going on, there is a chance of chalk will stuck. So before pushback, you will stuck with the chalk. So always make a gap 1 to 2 inch between the chalk and tires. Do not fill the oxygen system or change the oxygen bottle during fueling times. So this is also a safety precaution. And do not defuel in a bad weather condition, electrical storms. This can cause severe damage or fire. Do not use weather radar HF in less than 30-meter area. No smoking warning notices around the work area, not less than 15 meter. So this is a general diagram. You can see if you're refueling hose, bonding, aircraft grounding, and LS fuel tank vent over protector, right side protector, bowser condition, escape corridors. Area is clear between the row of the seat. Oil area must be not blocked with the baggage, and seat belt sign must be off. No smoking. So this, if you'll keep in the mind this diagram, you can easily tell about the precautions. So this is just for your quick reference. If fuel sample color change to pink multiple times, what will be your action? So this question asked by me in the first company, what will be the action if there is a fuel sample color, you're finding out the color is changed to pink color. Other country having different type of fuel test kit, but India, if you're talking about India, there is a capsule we are using, Aquadis capsule. So if you are checking fuel sample color is changed, go for the next sample. Again, if you are finding color is changed to pink, again go for the next cycle. After third time, suggest first change the bowser tank. You have to replace the bowser, maybe bowser hose or something is contaminated. Again, if you are finding the same issue, then and sample is failed, then change the aircraft parking bay. There may be problem with the hydrant point contaminated or something. So you have to change the aircraft bay location. So this is a very good question, good to know information about the fueling. And there is a 10 part per million also they used to ask when fuel sample color capsule color will change to pink. So you can read the instruction which is already available with fuel pouch or truck door. If APU inoperative on arrival and no GPU, how you will do the refueling? So this is also part of company manual, line maintenance manual. Refueling with one engine running called hot refueling and is a extremely hazard and exceptional procedure restricted to situation with the inoperative APU and no ground power available. So this is depend on the company manuals, they are permitted or not, but yes, this provision is available. It is required strict adherence of follow the company documents, approval copy, ground crew briefing must be required, and passenger boarding must be prohibited. Shut down engine to clear the cargo unloading area. Position someone out of the danger zone area on the engine one running place so that no one will approach that area. And then follow the refueling procedure with single engine running. Boarding will from the R1 R4 door side depend on the company procedure. Take all the safety precaution, but during engine running boarding is not allowed. Just keep it in mind, this is a cross question. You should not allow the fueling if with single engine running. You should not allow the any passenger of the boarding. So you have to do fueling first, then go ahead with the passenger boarding. Then there was the cross question: have you done door damper charging? What is the precaution you are taking while door damper charging? So there is a percussion mechanism to be deactivated before you start the work on the door slide or charging of the door dampers. So this you keep in the mind. You can see I have highlighted the position, so this is good to know. You should know about this. And this is your percussion lever. You should take care of this before starting the fueling. There is a locking wire in this scenario, and do not pull the locking wire hardly with any plier or something, any tools, because once you are pulling very hardly with the force, there is a chance to deploy the this discharge a door damper. So this is good to know information about that. Always cut locking wire in proper way. Don't do in hurry and don't apply much force. It happen, I have experience. So special tools question about the tag during night shift. Suppose you are doing night shift, if serviceable tag showing the expiry date is today midnight and you are doing arrival of aircraft after midnight due delay, can we use the tools like TPG, torque wrench, etc. or etc. after the midnight till your shift completed, as the other tools not available? So answer I will is straight away you should tell no. No way you can use if tools is expired, whether it is midnight or any time. If tools is due date is over, you should not use the tools. You have to take alternate option. Why IDG color is black? This was very long back question with the other operator. In integrated drive generator are often black because they are commonly coated with the heat resistant anti-corrosive paint designed to withstand the extreme temperature of the aircraft engine environment. So because of heat resistance, anti-corrosive, they are black in color. The dark often black or black gray finish the help radiate the heat away from the unit, which is a critical for the cooling and operation of the both CHD and electrical generator. Next question will be like that engine change, how many people are required? This is also asked to me. Have you done any time in any engine change? So normally it's just like if you are talking about India, 2B1 AME, 1B2 AME is mandatory for avionics, 1B1 and 2B1 for mechanical and independent inspection check required, and 4 to 5 combination of the technician. It can be varied from the company to company in India, depend on the manpower on the shift. For foreign, 1 avionics AME plus 4 B1 ANP AME inspector as a standard, can be very depend on the work and swapping of the components. So this is about the foreign. Also I have mentioned, go through the removal installation task. I cannot explain everything in this video because it's very big task. You should know about, just like wheel change, you should know what you are removing. Just quick, what are the main item, what are the things you are disconnecting from the fan cowl, like fuel line, hydraulic line, QAD, ECS duct. Same in core compartment also you should know about that, what are the lines, sense line you are disconnecting from the pylon, electrical harness from both fan and core. So many things you should just know about the quickly removing, what are the interference between the pylon and engine before removing the engine, and what method you are using. Bootstrap method, and generally we are using, or everywhere they are using the same method. So you should know about this. Single engine change, do you need test flight or not? This is also cross question. If you are engineer, they will ask you whether it is required or not. It is not recommended, but you can do test flight. But single engine change need not require test flight, but if both engine change, test flight is required. So this is also part of interview question. And APU change, how many people you need? One B1 AME, one B2 AME, and combination of two technicians. In India, if you're talking about abroad, there will be the A&P engineer minimum for foreign companies, depend on the company to company. So 2 people is good enough for changing APU in abroad country. If you go in Europe also, 2 to 3 person only you will see people are doing for APU change. Go through the removal procedure, precaution, rough idea you should know about that, and same it will be applicable. Follow the AMM, cockpit placarding, remove the relevant CV, then take all the necessary action and serviceable tag, get issue with all the tools, special tools. So same like wheel change, you should know about that APU change. I will try to make another video for engine change, APU change, so but it will be very long video. Now if you are done, fuel nozzle change, which is most important nowadays, is going, this is generally asked with the technician also. If you have done, they will ask you. Just here also same thing, you are, what are the you have to follow the AMM only, and go through rough idea about that. And they can ask cross question, what are the things you are using new, like new mounting bolt, new gasket, and how you are giving the torque for the B nut. You are using dial torque wrench, must not be used in the B nut. There is a fixed ratchet torque wrench or digital torque wrench to be used. There is a torque value I have mentioned, but no one will ask about the torque value. There is a one word, if you see, triple torque all the 38 fuel manifold B nuts. So there is a why you are giving triple torque, how you are giving. So this can be a cross question if front person is knowing about the fuel nozzle change in CFM LEAP engine. Torque the fuel nozzle B nut, then lose again torque, then third time torque to the specific value. So that's why it is called 3 torque for all the B nuts. There is a 76 mounting bolt, you have to do hand tighten first, then between 87 to 103 foot-pound is the torque value, but always follow the latest AMM as recommended sequence is there for the fuel nozzle mounting bolt installation and torque. So this you can see it, there is a 1, 2, third. If 3% is there, how you have to give the torque. If 2% is there, half of the how you have to install the nozzle, how you have to give the torque. So this is good to know information. This can be a cross question. I have they have asked me about how you are giving the torque for the B nuts and mountings. So this is also good to know information thing. Always refer latest AMM for removal installation. Always prepare the task. You should know roughly you are doing this, you are doing that. You are removing the peripherals component like HPTAC, LPTAC, another side start bleed anti-ice. So you should know what are the component, rough idea. You should know what are the things you are removing. Then there is another question about the hard landing code with enhanced FDMU software. If already I have uploaded in detail about this in my channel, please go through that video, but I will go in detail here also, so that it will be good to know knowledge for you guys. After a flight crew reported for a hard landing, or after the generation of load report 15 trigger code is 4000 series, you must make an analysis of the impact parameter. If necessary, do the subsequent steps. If the hard landing occur only on MLG, check the flow chart for the aircraft with enhanced FDIMU load report 15 and trigger code is 1000. If there is a trigger code, I have highlighted in right side in green color, you can see trigger code is 1000 is manually report request. You cannot use this trigger code to confirm that whether it is hard landing or a hard overweight landing. If the hard landing occur on the NLG, flow chart in the figure, flow chart for the aircraft with enhanced DMU load report 15 is not applicable for that. So hard landing of NLG, you have to contact your tech services and Airbus, because this will not identify this, so you cannot follow this flow chart for this. A tail runway impact can occur at the same time as the hard landing. Contact Airbus for more instructions. During the hard landing, if the nacelle or wing touches then contact Airbus. Inspection after hard landing or hard overweight landing for the aircraft with enhanced load report. If the code is 7000, no action is required. This is a commonly sometime pop out automatic generated printout will come. So if you see that if code is 7000, no action is required, aircraft back in the service, and this is the standard trigger code. Check the NZ KPI vertical acceleration value, NY KPI lateral acceleration value, and this will be in green zone, so aircraft can be back to the service. But if it is written, you have to take action just as per the AME. This is aircraft is serviceable, need not require any inspection. If code is 4000, action required in accordance with AMM. Download DFDR PCMC card data, follow the chart, take the support of Airbus. If the code is 5000, this is excessive turbulence, action required by the as per AMM, follow the flow chart, take the Airbus support. So this is a just general chart. You can see in green zone what is the value. If a hard landing and overweight landing, you can see what is the value, and severe hard landing also you can see what is the value. So this is easy to understand with this green chart, so always use, I will suggest. And this is your flow chart just for information. You have to refer latest manual only, so this is also good to know information how you have to follow the chart. I'll just go through first line. Primary trigger flight crew report a hard landing of hard overweight landing with the touchdown on MLG. So if you go here, an alternate trigger code is load 15 is generated. DME load report 15 available. If no, directly you can see download DFDR or raw data, contact Airbus. If report is generated, you have to follow whether code is 4000 or whether code is 7000. If 7000, you can see no maintenance action, aircraft back to the operation. If 4000 is, then further you have to identify the series of the code in 4000, whether hard landing, overweight landing or further. So yeah, you can see here, do an inspection of the steps. You have to follow this step. If this code is coming, then you have to follow these steps. So this is very good to know information about the hard landing and overweight landing. So if you find lightning strike on the arrival aircraft, what will be your actions? So this is also good to know information. I will just explain in a little detail for more information, but you have to give quickest answer in a simple way. So lightning always have two or more attachment point, one entry, one more will be exit point on the aircraft screen. Before you start the inspection, collect all the information from the crew about the flight condition, like any fluctuation of the parameter, issue, any vibration. So this is very good to information about this. First you have to collect the data from the crew, then you go for the PFR for any related fault, any avionics related electrical fault, because of it is lightning strike. Do a check of all the event report that crew and PFR made. Carry out inspection after lightning strike for 2 flight cycle, for quick release of the aircraft for maximum 200 flight cycle. It's all, if all good, make an entry, take log for the next inspection if you are going to release the aircraft in certain condition. Lightning strike can be checked by the drone also. Now latest option also available, so they have option to release the aircraft if all good, all no failure related warning, so you can release the flight depend on the requirement in the quick release condition. If found buried, what is your action? This is also good to know question. Before you start, get all the information from the flight crew about the flight condition. engine behavior, parameter change, exceed, any smell in the conditioning outlet, because if body heated engine there will be the bad smell into the cabin through the air conditioning vent. Navigation, radio behavior, you should also know about this. Aircraft configuration, position of the landing gear, flight controls, and what is the flight phase and time when impact occur. Check the flight report for any fault, any damage due to bird heat. Full inspection of aircraft is divided into the 3 steps. You should do walk around inspection. Second, clean the sign of the bird and collect all the bird particle, report to airport services. Inspection of the area where you find the sign of the bird strike. During walk around, visual inspection required. Inspection are further divided in 3 phases. So this is very good information. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. We'll just quickly go through that. The phase 1 inspection or general GVI, general visual inspection, for the primary damage and sign of other related damage, mostly on the external surface, but it is necessary to remove, if necessary, remove or open access panel or door. It is always necessary to open the radome to check the condition. If it is a damage on the radome, there will be the delamination of the surface. There may be a chance of internal weather radar damage if more damage on the radome. If you do not find the damage during the phase 1 inspection, it is not necessary to do a phase 2 inspection. But we'll go little deep. The phase 2 inspection are most detailed than the phase 1 inspection. During the phase 2 inspection, it can be necessary to remove the components, and the phase 3 inspection are more detailed or give more instruction. During the phase 3 inspection, it can be necessary to remove the component also, like phase 2. If you find the damage during the phase 3 inspection, contact Airbus and before return to the service of the aircraft. So phase 1 is general inspection. If found okay, release the flight. And if phase 2, you have to remove some, may be required to remove the component also for detailed inspection. Phase 3, further if you found any damage on the phase 2, you have to go in the phase 3. And if you finding damage in the phase 3, you have to go with the Airbus before releasing the flight. There is a flight phase question. What are the flight phase? This question asked to me in Airbus interview. So I will just go quickly. There is a 10 flight phase. First flight is as electrical power on plus first engine start. Then first engine to takeoff power is your phase 2 condition. You can see the timing also, and this will be the till ground, pre-flight, taxi out, till takeoff fine. And phase 3 will go more than 80 knots, and liftoff will take place on the phase 4. Then further phase 5 will go 1500 feet, and cruise condition will be on 800 feet. Then touchdown will come on the phase 7, and then landing will come, landing plus 80 knots will come phase 8. Then further if you go in phase 9, engine 2 shutdown, and phase 10 is 5 minutes after engine shutdown. So this is just quick reference. Go through in the detail, because always PFR you will find out the warning in the phase wise. So this is very good to information, anyone can be asked. So this there is a PFR condition also, how you will get PFR printout. So this at all already I have made one video uploaded on my YouTube channel, so you can go through about the PFR in detail for more knowledge. Here just quick reference 1 to 10 phase about that. So cabin crew reported cockroach in the cabin. This is also cross question. If you are going engineer cat A or B1, maybe there will be the cross question. This is also asked to me in my last second company. Fumigation and deep cleaning required, and which is not possible in transit station. You can make a carry forward in station for the night hall for deep cleaning and fumigation. To information to pilot report, sometime there is a NEF option, will depend on the company to company. You can make NEF general entry, follow all the company line maintenance procedure and policy. And cabin crew reported rat in the cabin. This is also very important thing, and this is also based on the company data. It is just whatever I am sharing, this is just for your information, for quick knowledge. A rat in the aircraft cabin is considered a serious safety, health, operational hazard, often resulting the flight delay, cancellation, rare emergency landing. because rodent can chew through the critical electrical wiring. Transmission disease, immediate action is required. So very danger, they can cut the wiring, they can cut in any electrical things, so this can impact the flight safety. So the affected aircraft is taken out of the service for the deep cleaning, fumigation, comprehensive inspection by the maintenance crew to ensure that no electrical damage on occur into the aircraft. Fumigation required before the next flight. There is a fumigation team on the local airport services, so they will provide the support for fumigation, and yeah, they will come, they will do fumigation. Aircraft will be closed for some 8 to 10 hours. After that, open, start the air conditioning for venting out all the gases, so that it will not impact the passenger. Bad smell will not be there in the cabin. So here also I'll suggest follow the line maintenance manual, policy and procedure for the company if this situation is happening. Then passenger die in the cabin. This is also as per the company policy. Follow the company procedure. What do you mean by pre-flight transit inspection? Pre-flight inspection may be performed by the operating crew, by mechanic, or by other qualified person who are accepted to organization using the aircraft pre-flight checklist for the guidance. It's mandatory, systematic and comprehensive walk-around check performed by the pilot or qualified person before every flight to ensure that aircraft is in airworthy condition. So this definition can be asked in a simple way if you're doing transit or pre-flight. In other out of India, mostly they are using pre-flight only, and maximum attestation performed by the flight crew, where the main base is there performed by the approved qualified person. Sometimes uses the term for first flight of the day for the pre-flight. Other you are using the transit for after pre-flight. All flight considered as a transit. So this is also good to know information. Types of manual what you are using. So just you should know about, yes, we are using a aircraft maintenance manual, troubleshooting manual. For part numbers we are using IPC, aircraft schematic manual, wiring list, electrical static part manual, structural SRM, CMM. So this is just general about that. In line maintenance we are using mostly the troubleshooting and aircraft maintenance manual, and for the part we are using IPC. If you will see old CR66 data. So this is generally it will be utilized throughout your life if you are going to work on the aircrafts. So these all the manuals. How many hydraulic system in the Airbus 320? So there is a 3 system: green, blue, yellow system. There will be the cross question. Green system by pressurized by what are the methods? So engine 1 is having engine driven pump, then P2 can be used from the yellow system to pressurize green system, and yellow pressurized by the 4-way engine to EDP power transfer from the green. There is a hand pump for cargo operation only, and there is a electrical pump for on-ground maintenance. Blue is pressurized by 2-way electrical pump. There is a electrical pump, and there is a ram air turbine for emergency situation. Captain can use the rat, but there will be some condition of aircraft speed must be more than 100 knots. And other video already I have uploaded about the rat guarded switch, how rat will operate automatically, when manually will operate. Just go through my channel about the rat, so you will know about that condition of the both from the emergency electrical power panel and hydraulic panel. In short, I will tell, if from electrical panel, if both bus 1 bus 2 failure, rat will deploy automatically. In case not deploying, there is option to open manually. And from hydraulic only, you can activate hydraulic only in case of hydraulic failure. Why do you measure fuel quantity in the kg, not in the liter? Because fuel is measured in kilogram rather than the liter, because of mass remain constant while volume change with the temperature. So this is also good to know information. Nowadays they are not asking, but maybe I am engineer, so nobody is asking like this question. But this is basically for freshers and new technicians. They will ask, because every day you are doing the same thing. And there is a how aircraft is calculating the fuel in kg. You are giving fuel in liter from the browser and going in the aircraft indication you are getting in kg. So there is a two-way. In olden days there is a Candace Econ computer. There is a Candace Econ. I repeat, Candace Econ computer. is there to calculate fuel in kg, which will show indication. But if you are seeing in the new aircraft, there is a dual com and ultra com for giving the indication into the kg. So this is good to know information. You will find out in the T3 training manual only. If crew reported vacuum system not working, what will be the reason in transit? So check the waste quantity tank. If full, vacuum generator will not work, need to do servicing of the waste tank. So there is the first condition. If waste tank is full, your vacuum generator will not work, means lab flush will not work. Vacuum generator will not work if waste service panel not closed properly. There is a proximity switch which get pressed while closing the waste service panel. So second condition, you have to check the whether waste service panel is open for servicing or waste service panel is closed. If it is closed, it is not closed properly, or proximity switch is not working, then also vacuum generator will not work on the ground. But yes, there is a logic. If aircraft is in flight and by mistake or anywhere failure of door and waste service panel door got open, then still vacuum generator will work on the differential pressure. So vacuum generator will not work at the altitude above 16,000 feet. There is another condition. This generator will work on differential pressure above 16,000 feet. So three conditions you should know. On ground, if waste quantity is full, it will not work. If waste service panel door is open or not properly closed, then also not work. And in air above 16,000, this will not work. Only this will, you will listen the sound, but that sound will come on the based on the differential pressure. So this is very good to know information about this vacuum generation system. You can in-op lab, you can make NEF entry. If company policy is having, you can make a NEF entry for this vacuum generator not working, but provided that captain should accept yes above 16,000 this will work. Maybe there will be the operation procedure into the FCOM. If crew reported water is not coming in the galley, check the potable water system overflow valve. Maybe a region stuck open condition. You have open manually. Sometime it will not, by servicing of water it will not open. Then waste water service person will request open the this overflow valve, and you forget to close that, then you will not get water into the cabin. Sometime air pockets also happen into the lines. So alternate option, if you are not getting water in the cabin, go just open the overflow valve for some time. Once the pressure is released, then again close the valve and check the water into the lab and galley. You will get the water. So this is good to know information. Other thing is there is some issue with the internal issue. There is an alternate option. Once aircraft will be flight, engine is running, then potable water tank will be pressurized with the engine bleed air. Means if there is a issue with AP bleed, tank is not getting pressurized, you will not get water into the cabin. So after engine run up, you will get water into the cabin. So there you have to make open entry for this also, because you have to say that yes, water will come after the engine start only. So this is also good to know information thing. What are the different source of power in Airbus 320? This is generally everyone should know. You have ground, if you are using ground support unit, you need 115 volt AC, 3 phase, 400 cycle, 90 kilovolt ampere used for the ground operation. There is a second APU generator, same like GPU, 115 volt, 3 phase, 400 cycle, 19 kilovolt ampere used for electrical power on ground. Then third is your IDG integrated drive generator, same like GPU and APU generator, 115 volt, 3 phase, 400 cycle, 19 kilovolt ampere. 2 unit, 1 per engine, providing the primary power during the flight. So this is also good to know information. Then another is a ram air turbine, 115 volt AC, 3 phase, 400 cycle, but see, this will provide only 5 kilovolt ampere, but GPU, APU generator and IDG will provide 90 kilovolt ampere. So this is good to know information, what is the power of the this ram air turbine. So power the emergency generator if all the main generator fails. There is a scenario about ram air turbine, already I have told, and separate video is there in my channel. Then static inverter convert 28 volt DC from battery 1 into 115 volt 400 cycle here you can see 1 kilovolt ampere. So static inverter 1 kilovolt ampere, rat will give 5 kilovolt ampere, other GPU APU generator and IDG will give 90 kilo ampere to power the aircraft essential buses when all the AC sources are failed. So just go through this video, you will get good to know information I have mentioned with the diagram. Then last is a battery 1 and 2 24 volt DC 23 amperes. Provide the power to the DC bat bus and via static inverter to the AC essential during the emergency or initial power up situation. So this is also good to know information about the battery. So now next question was any recent attended PDR for engineers. Have you attended any PDR? So just you should know about last two PDR you have attended, like engine 1 FADAC fault I attended in my career first time. So as per AMM you have to follow TSM for the any PDR correlate message with respect to PFR. For PFR more detailed already video is there on my YouTube. So done the operational test of FADAC on ground with engine motoring, test is okay, no further action required, like this I have cleared. So this is good to know information. Another was pack 2 regulation fault, do operational test of pack temperature console system, test give 32 HS compressor temperature control and same replace and test found okay. So we have cleared the PDR because it was night station, sufficient ground time and component was available. And APU auto shutdown, done operational test of the APU air intake flap actuator. APU shutdown report gives the maintenance message, air intake not open, initial flap actuator replace. So we have replaced the air intake flap actuator, then test is okay. So clear the PDR. Then air pack 1 fault. So we'll go with another just example. I have deactivated. If there is no chance, less ground time, you can there is an option. So if you are just for example air pack 1 issue is there. So sorry, air pack 1 fault, if you are putting under MEL, this will go in cat 3. So we'll just take a highlighter. So repair interval cat C, number of pack installed 2, number required is 1. Play card, yes, you have to play card that particular switch, and there is a with speed brake available for cat C repair. If you are going for cat C, speed brake must be serviceable. Now this is the O for operational action and M for maintenance. 1 may be inoperative provided that ETOP is not conducted, so aircraft will not go with single pack in ETOP operation. The following alert: air pack 2 1 regulation fault, air conditioning control fault, then air conditioning 1 2 AB can be fault on the associated with the operative pack or not display on the engine warning. So this condition you should comply. This fault should with the operative pack not display on the engine warning display. Affected pack push button must be off. This is part of maintenance. Speed brake or operative as it is mentioned on starting. Pack flow control bar is secure in closed position. So you have to secure the pack flow control bar in secure position. So there is operational procedure for same MEL number. You will find out operational procedure also. So there will be the sub limitation for the captain. So they have to follow that. There was another starter fault. So you will see the applicable to all. I forget to tell in previous. You have to check first what is the fault, and I have already made video about the MEL in the same slide, so we'll discuss later. Applicable to all. This is the AMM number, same cat C, available for 10 days. You can invoke MEL. 2 1 are required, 1 per engine, no play carding required. There is a operational maintenance section. 1 may be inoperative provided that starter valve is manually closed after the engine start of the affected engine. So AMM task you have to refer for this is starter valve, how you have to open, how you have to start the engine, and captain has to follow the operational procedure, and before releasing the flight means you have to close the valve properly. So here you will say manual operate the start valve condition of the LEAP 1 engine. Will just go through quickly. They will ask how you can do this procedure. So just there is some condition. If you go through the AMM, APU must be used to supply the pneumatic air pressure to the engine starter. Damage to the engine hardware could occur during the pre-start motoring. Ground start cart and or cross bleed can be used if the engine has been shut down for a minimum of 12 hours before you try to start. So there will be the cool down period of 12 hours if you are going to use ground starter. So if one engine is unserviceable, you can use cross bleed system, but if you are going to use ground card, there will be the 12-hour condition. This is very good to know information thing, because this can damage, but there will be the chance of bow rotor effect, we'll discuss in another video. So there will be a chance of severe damage, so you have to need sufficient ground cooling time. So if APU bleed is available, you can use with the APU bleed, because FedEx will monitor all the things. Do not operate the manual handle starter valve with not pressurized. Damage to the valve. If there is no pressure, do not operate the valve. So you have to have bleeder pressure. Do not overtap the manual override starter valve. This can also cause the damage. That's why they are suggesting use the torque range. Between this range and you need 3/8 drive extension, or you can use this small extension with the torque range. So 3/8 drive, that slot is there. You can see this is the slot. So this is also good to know information about that. Keep the valve open until the cockpit crew tell you to release and close the valve. So once you are getting the signal from the cockpit crew on the headset, you keep the valve open till the engine will stabilize. Then captain will suggest, so you can release and you can close the valve. Sometimes valve will close automatically because it is spring loaded, but sometimes you have to close manually if there is spring tension failure. When directed by the crew, you can turn manually override counterclockwise to open the position and hold it in open. So you have to open counterclockwise to the open position. Engine starter valve fault. Starter valve not closed does not come into the view on the econ. So after engine start, this fault should not be there. That's why it is showing properly closed. Disconnect the interphone from the engine if you have connected engine, or if you are using help with another person, from the forward nose electrical panel. So just clear the area, give the hand signal with the steering pin to the cockpit. Tata, bye bye. Now tell me about the reverse bleed. This was the recent question with my Air India. They have asked me if there is a reverse bleed system, why reverse bleed is used. So just I have given some lines. Reverse bleed system upgraded, designed to mitigate the fuel nozzle caulking, carbon build-up onto the nozzle. So because of carbon fuel nozzle caulking, they come up with the new solution, RBS mod, and this reduces the costly on-wing maintenance and automatically circulating cooling air into the core after the shutdown, addressing the high soft back in temperature. So what is the reverse bleed system? If there was no reverse bleed system, if after engine shut down, some fuel vapor will accumulate onto the fuel nozzle. There is a 19 fuel nozzle. I am talking about CFM LEAP engine. So after this vaporization, slowly there will be the carbon and caulking will be there on the fuel nozzle, and later on there on wing maintenance required, replacement of full set of fuel nozzle. So this is cost to the company, or maybe cost to the from the manufacturer. That depend on the company to company what is the policy between for the maintenance. So later on they come up with the RBS bleed mod. What RBS is doing, there is a blower fan. This will blow the air into the fuel nozzle area, and this will blow down to the exhaust port. So that what happen, that fuel vapor will not there to accumulate onto the fuel nozzle, and this will get exit. So another question was there with the same related, how you will know that whether RBS bleed mod available on arrival aircraft engine. So there is a situation once you are attending the aircraft, after engine shut down, blower fan will run and you can listen the sound around the engine area. So if you go, you will see listen the sound, blower fan is running after engine shut down. So you can with that you can identify, yes, this engine is a latest mod with the reverse bleed system. So this was the good to know information, good interview question. I really like this question. So now all engine is getting modified with the reverse bleed system to prevent the cost. O-ring discarding procedure, how you are discarding, suppose you are doing any component change, how you are discarding the O-ring. Just cut the O-ring to avoid interchange with the new one. So once you are removing, immediately cut and discard it. Function of IDG and why it is called IDG. Integrated drive generator is called integrated because constant speed motor and generator coupled together as a single unit. It rotates on constant RPM in respect of the engine. So this is the concept behind the why IDG generator is called integrated. Why nitrogen is used in the aircraft, this is good to know, and we are doing everyday wheel servicing. We should not use compressed air. There is a condition, if you are using compressed air, you check the AMM, next arrival you have to do service the N2. There is some condition about compressed air for using one time if there is no nitrogen available, but we will go through the about this task. Increasing the safety, maintaining the consistent reliable pressure under extreme operating condition. Nitrogen is an inert gas. During high speed landing there will be high temperature raised by the brake, which can transfer to the tire. Nitrogen is dry while compressed air often contain moisture. So compressed air having moisture, that's why we are used to avoid using compressed air. Thus alternate option is there for one time use. Maybe need to check AME, maybe you have to replace the wheel if you are using compressed air if no nitrogen available. Moisture can be cause internal corrosion of the wheel rim, leading the potential leak turn to ice at the high altitude. So this is also reason if you are using compressed air, this can be a issue. Nitrogen is more stable and less reactive with respect to temperature change, ranging from cold high altitude flying to hot landing condition. Nitrogen molecules are larger, reduce the pressure loss. So this is good to know information about tire pressure using nitrogen. So another question was when to uplift engine oil and why. There is a, if you see all the engine having different criteria, but generally I have seen 5 to 16 minutes. You have to check the oil level within the 5 to 16 minutes. So to maintain the proper oil level between the minimum and maximum typically when the oil quantity drop below a certain threshold as a part of routine pre-prep check. Oil level must be checked not less than 5 minutes, not more than 60 minutes after the engine shutdown while the oil in the oil tank is still warm. This will prevent the over servicing of the engine. So if you are not doing within this time, there is a chance for over servicing. So oil should be added not less than 5 minutes after the engine shutdown, because there will be the tank pressurize, you can have face burn mark. So avoid using opening of the oil cap immediately just after engine shutdown within 5 minutes. Wait for the 5 minutes. So this is a warning and caution for the safety purpose. Forget to check engine oil within 5 to 60 minutes. You have to do dry motoring or you do run up also. Alternate option to get the actual level of the oil, and then you can uplift as per the procedure 5 to 60 minutes. Flight control computer. What are the flight control computer? There is a ELAC, FAC, SEC, SFCC, FCDC, FMGC. These are all the computer. There is a 2 ELAC, 2 FAC, 3 SEC, 2 SFCC, 2 FCDC, and 2 FMGC. So these all the flight computer are there. There is a lot of condition for no go, why elect to no go. This is also cross question. So I have already added all the video about no go computers. So please go through my channel for knowing about this, why it is no go. Mostly in a simple way, all are hardwired to the particular computer. So and there is a pin programming. So part number of the computer will be the same for the both 1, 2, but a position of the installation will be different because of the pin programming and additional feature, additional function, additional feedback having that particular rack, or you can say a particular location. So you can interchange the computer for fault isolation or for carry forward MEL to avoid the delay. So this is also good to know information. Go through my channel for getting in a detailed knowledge. I have already uploaded in detail for all the computers. Name of the 5 engine LRU. This was also very old question when I was technician. What are the LRUs? So just remember starter, IDG, PRV, fuel control, U unit, line replaceable unit. This all the list. So any component is there which you can replace in the line, that is part of line replaceable unit. So there is a multiple computer and sensor. What type of jack you are using, and what is the capacity of jack? So mostly we are using axle jack and 45 tons capacity. Check the serviceable tag. Maybe there will be the vary. When I was working, there was a 45 tons. How the AP generated constant frequency doesn't have CHD, constant speed drive generator. So it has ECB, electronic control box. It controls the fuel flow according to the varying load and generating the constant speed and frequency. So this is just simple word they have asked, comparison between the IDG and APU, how they are maintaining constant speed. Which hydraulic system have electrical pump? Blue and yellow hydraulic system. So you can see this is a blue location, this is a yellow location. You'll find out the hydraulic electrical pump. How you pressurize the green system on the ground? Switch the yellow electric pump via PTU, green will also get pressurized. So you can, there is a green electrical pump. Sorry, this image is not there, it will be here somewhere. So you just press the yellow electrical pump and via PTU will be in auto condition. This will pressurize this green hydraulic. So just this is the image for your knowledge and information purpose only. How you open the cargo door when the aircraft is dead or yellow system is inoperative? So there is a yellow service associated bay. You will find out there is a handle, service handle. You connect into the pump, and once you are there is a 2% required. You connect this hand pump. One person must do the hand pumping, and other person will open the cargo door in open or closed condition depending on the requirement. Then after pumping, this will give the pressure to the particular cargo area, to the particular selector valve, and cargo door will open automatically, and you will find the green light door is open. And there is a sometime if you see the cockpit CB, cockpit door CB, next to that CB you have a yellow electric pump CB. So sometime mistakenly, if there is a procedure to open the cargo cockpit door, then forget mistakenly they have opened that yellow system CB. So there is also can be issue. So please check the CB once this situation happen in the arrival of aircraft. So next question was like torque of the main wheel and nose wheel, and you can say brake also. I'm just always suggest you tell as per the AMM. No one is going to ask numerical value, but if you are working on the station where the very less night hour, like to 1-2 number of night hours, and you are doing frequently wheel change or brake change, so you should know about the value. So initially you are giving the torque 220 foot-pounds, and torque direction must be the rotation of the wheel. So the way you, in a direction where which you are giving the torque, like clockwise, you have to rotate the wheel as per the AMF in same direction. Then second torque, this was the initial 220 torque. Second torque, there is a mention. I think most of the people are not knowing if you are not going through the AMM. 75 foot-pounds you have to give the torque on the main wheel, and in this scenario you should not rotate the wheel. They have not mentioned the rotation of the wheel. Then final torque 110 foot-pound to set the bearing. Same for the nose wheel, initial 160 foot-pound, final is 80 foot-pound to set the bearing. There is no third torque available in the nose wheel. And brake is 160, approx 160 you can give the brake assembly torque for the all three mounting bolts. So this is good to know information about this additional 75 foot-pounds. FAF can control the cabin temperature up to what? This is the one question in long back. So forward attended panel, you can control the temperature plus minus 2.5 degrees Celsius. You can maintain the cabin temperature from the FAF. Then another computer question was cabin altitude is limited, and what is the delta pressure for A320? This, so cabin altitude is just like 8,000 feet with differential pressure of delta P of 8.06 psi. This is also good to know question, which you will not expect like this question also, but depend on the front person. If is very fascinated about the aviation and old type of person, they are going to ask basic question only. Attitude and altitude, what is the difference? So attitude means is just simple your attitude of the aircraft, rolling, banking, and altitude measure by the altimeter which show the height above the main sea level. So main sea level is denoted by the attitude, or ground level for absolute altitude. So this is the difference between the attitude and altitude. So this is also good to know information. And long back question, what do you mean by fly-by-wire system? So this also you should know. Once you are working on the Airbus, you should know basic things. Fly-by-wire system is an advanced aircraft control system that replaces the conventional manual and mechanical linkage with an electronic interference Pilot input are converted into the electrical. So you can see this is your pilot input. You are giving electrical interference, signal you are giving to the computer, processed by the computer, then sent to the actuator. So signal gone to the computer means command going to computer, then further it will go to the order to the actuator, and this will further, you can say, actuator will move further depend on the requirement, and enhance safety, reducing the weight, increasing the efficiency. This is the reason fly-by-wire system, they are removed all the manual and conventional linkage and reduce the weight, and this pilot load also reduce. So this is also good to know information about this. What do you mean by the SMR? Once you are doing higher check, you have done a check, sometimes they will ask this question also. Correct fault for the engine schedule maintenance report. So schedule maintenance report accessible in menu mode provided a list of fault information for fault detected by the EC. They are not enunciated to the flight crew or maintenance term during the normal operation or via post-flight report. So SMR is used to review the fault detected in order to take a corrective action during a schedule maintenance check. So this is the answer. Schedule maintenance report is used to review the fault detected in order to take a corrective action during the schedule maintenance check. That's why this is part of a check. Sometimes you'll get separate tasks, different depend on the different airline procedure. During walk around, if you found there is a leak with hydraulic fuel, refer the AMM for the allowable limit, permitted limited, then dispatch the aircraft accordingly, make an entry for that open entry. So I have just taken, don't go through this, just this task, just this is for your information. Static seal none, 2 drop per minute is dispatch condition. Soft seal EDP 60 drop per minute, RAT, PTU. So this all the condition to be comply for dispatch limit. Normal operation limit is this. So this is just for information. Refer the AMM for the particular leak from the particular location. A blue pump not working, you don't have stock on the store, aircraft is arrived with the blue pump inoperative, what will be your action? So both yellow and blue pump are having the same part number, so yellow swap with the blue and yellow can go under the MEL. So this is the condition. If the blue pump is inoperative, you can swap yellow pump with the yellow pump, and you can release yellow pump under the MEL. So there is a category C MEL, number if you install yellow electric pump 1, required no, play card required in the cockpit, may be inoperative provided the associated push button is set to off. That button should be off. Our forward cargo door must be operated manually. Already I have discussed. When the yellow electric pump is inoperative, one engine taxi in out cannot be permitted. So this is good to information, because one engine, if because yellow electric system or yellow hydraulic system giving supply for the braking mode, no alternate braking mode, so both engine running should be there. Single engine taxi is not permitted. We'll discuss about single engine taxi, dual engine taxi, what is the reason why we are starting number 1 engine first in the later in separate video. So next question was PTO in aviation logic. Can you tell me about this? So Airbus power transfer unit is automatically initiated on the ground to prevent the nuisance noise, unnecessary wear. There is a condition when one engine is starting or first engine start, parking brake is set, then also PT will not work. Cargo door operation, then also PT will not work. This will activate when there is a differential pressure of 500 psi exit between the green and yellow system, then PT will run automatically to provide the pressure to given system. So this is the logic behind that. You can go through this diagram. This is the gate, what are the required logic. In flight, what is the logic. In ground, what is the logic. We'll discuss in landing gear chapter. Which type of fuel using in today's aircraft is Jet A1 is used in today's aircraft. While Jet A1 and Jet are generally interchangeable, most commonly used fuel for the commercial aviation is Jet A1, and which are produced to a standardized international specification. So Jet A and Jet A1 is a standard nowadays used into the commercial airline. What are the documents on board? I have mentioned few documents. Maybe it still vary depending on the company to company. So certificate of registration, certificate of airworthiness, radio license, CRS after hire check, weight and balance, MEL, insurance copy, noise certificate, anti-sabotage and security, operator permit, journey logbook, cabin logbook, emergency equipment list, LOPA, flight manuals. So a lot of documents is there. I have mentioned few documents for just giving answer of this question. Why 400 frequency is used in the aircraft? This was the question in technician time. The purpose of using 400 frequency in the aircraft is to save the weight and electrical equipment operating on the aircraft depend upon the mutual induction. Any electrical equipment operating on AC depend on the mutual induction, increasing the frequency rather than the length of the conductor, thus saving the weight. So you can say if you are using 50 to 60 hertz, large and heavy weight will be there. If you are using 400 hertz, lightweight and efficient. So this is the main reason behind using 400 frequency. Reduce the weight because you are going to save the fuel. Once you are increasing the fuel consumption, increasing the weight, then fuel consumption will be more. So always focus less weight, less fuel consumption. Then another question, what is the dark cockpit philosophy? I have already uploaded this video in detail. Go through my YouTube channel. If you are facing some person who is very older in aviation, they will use the term light of philosophy. This is asked me in my authorization. I was confused what is different between this, but both concept is same, only they have used in olden book, they have used light of philosophy. So when all the system is going well in the cockpit, no caution, amber light, no warning red light, no off light. So this all the situation, no light will be in the overhead panel. So if fault is there, means there is a system issue. So why dark cockpit? This is the reason there is no light into the cockpit if all the system is working fine. So you can see, just for example, normal, abnormal condition, and there is a action required depending on the scenario. What is the glass cockpit? A glass cockpit is a modern aircraft flight deck feature digital electronic flight instrument display, relatively large and integrated LCD screen rather than traditional analog gauges. So a simple way, they have removed all this nonsense or olden days these gauges. They come up with a single to a dual display, and they have reduced the weight and easy for the pilots for operating, reduce the pilot stress also. So this is advanced. Now in future you will get more advanced. So you have to go through all the data with the latest market industry require what they are going to opt. What is a brake accumulator? There was one question. An additional accumulator, a part of the system accumulator incorporated to the aeroplane to supply a minimum hydraulic power for the operation of parking brake in case of no hydraulic power available in the aeroplane. With only with only brake accumulator, 7-time braking mode can be obtained. I have uploaded separate video for this also. If you are doing, suppose you have pressurized complete this brake accumulator with the yellow electric pump, and you are using on and off 6 to 7 times, then you will get low pressure brake accumulator warning onto the ECAM. So total 7-time braking mode you can apply. In case of normal system fail also, captain can utilize this brake without anti-skid system. Up to 12-hour holding pressure in case of power down of aircraft. If aircraft is power down, you have selected brake accumulator on, it can hold the pressure up to 12 hours. So this is too good information. 7 braking mode apply, then after that you will get low accumulator pressure and 12 hour for holding pressure. And what are the module of engine? This is for Pratt & Whitney engine, fan rotor, fan case, fan FDGS, fan intermediate case, low pressure compressor like this HPTSE, LPT, CAC. They are the major module, accessory gearbox, high pressure compressors. Same for the LEAP also. These all the modules. You can go through the name for your knowledge. So module is a major component, so that avoid this will be easy to maintenance of particular module. If suppose in a simple way, if suppose you are finding there is an issue with angle gearbox, so you should not dismantle all the engine, just replace the angle gearbox. If suppose issue with the particular this component HPTAC or combustion chamber, so you will replace a single unit, you will not going to replace whole unit. Whether you are going to dismantle the engine, you will replace this unit only. So that's why they have used a term module of the engine, so that reduce the maintenance cost. It's just like if it is coming in single unit, any fault is coming, any damage is coming, you replace all the item, throw the item in a simple way. And there is a foreign interview I have faced long back in Jetstar Aviation. They have not asked me initially about the technical question. It was just going well, introduction, work experience, how many years certification experience, what are the license you have, but they have focus on the particular these things. So you should know just a basic definition, what is the SMS, HF. We'll go through one by one in a simple way. So safety management system is a structured organization wide framework used to identify the hazard, assess risk, and implement the control of the to maintain the safety in the acceptable level. So this is the purpose of SMS. There is the 4 pillar, so you should know about this basic. Simple in a last, you have to maintain the safety within the acceptable level in case of some challenge is there. So human factor in aviation maintenance. Human factor program focus on the people who perform the work and address the physical, psychological factors. Human factor are issue affecting how the people do their job. They have impact on the safety, how people interact with each other, and are important part of the safety management system. This is a dirty dozen. You can see lack of awareness, lack of communication. These all are you should know about. Just quickly about the human factor can affect with the pressure or proper miscommunication, lack of teamwork. So just go through this diagram, you will understand about the human factor. I am not interested about the theory, but once I faced that interview, I was stuck with the giving answer of this particular question. Fuel tank safety and CDCCL item. Fuel tank safety training is mandatory in aviation safety requirement for the maintenance engineering and technical person for phase 2 and management personnel staff for phase 1. This covers the ignition source, prevent the critical design, configuration, control, limitation, historical accident, analyze. Then they come up with an inert gas generation system to prevent the explosion of the tank. So this is also good to know. Fuel tank, you cannot CDCCL item also is there, what they have used. So you should not change any cable which is routing through the fuel tank line, fuel area, or heat section. The cable should be in a proper way. You will find out in the AMM for the limitation. So the main thing they have used a nitrogen inert gas generation system to prevent the fuel tank explosion due to the last of so many incident. Electrical wiring interconnection system governs the design, installation, and maintenance of aircraft wiring to mitigate the risk from aging wiring, corrosion, environment degradation, preventing the arcing and system failure. Encompass all the wire, cable, connector, raceway terminations, device used for transmitting electrical energy signal data between the 2 or more points of the aircraft. So just go through this definition about the EWIS. And electrostatic discharge sensitive device, ESDS, refer to electronic components such as the flight computer or avionics that can be damaged or destroyed by any or sometimes invisible electrostatic discharge, because our body is having always ready to discharge electricity. So whenever you are going to use work on the computer, always use wrist tie wrap and make sure you should not touch any connector with your finger. This can damage your computer also. So this is very good to know information about that. Now what do you tell me about the MEL category and expiry? This one is known by everyone. Just we'll go through the quickly. Minimum equipment list cover the inoperative internal system and equipment. So there is a Cat A 4 category, Cat A, B, C, D. Repair with a specific time interval defined in the MEL. So if you are going to release aircraft under the category A, you have to go to the MEL. Sometimes there will be the limitation: 1 cycle, 1 landing, and 10 flights hours, or 1 day. They will mention the category, how many is time limitation. Cat B is for 3 days, Cat C for 10 consecutive calendar days, and Cat D for 120 consecutive calendar days. Now there will be the cross course and calendar day, a 24-hour period from the midnight to midnight. So if you are taking example, you are going to invoke some MEL with category B. Suppose today date is, we will take this example only. If it was recorded at 10 a.m. on the 26th January, so you are going to apply MEL for Cat B on 26th January, then 3-day interval would be begin from a midnight. So you will not count the 26th day, you will count from the midnight, 28, 29, 27, 28, 29, 3 days. So always it will be count from the next day, or you can say after midnight. So you will not count from the same day when it is reported. And start time count begin at the midnight. That's why I mentioned first flight of the day. So how you will invoke the MEL? This is also good to know question. In a simple way, we'll go quickly about this. First, if you see the MEL book, there is a MEL entries. ECOM alert indicates associate MEL item entry point for the maintenance personnel. If any ECOM failure is there, first you will find out in a particular ATA in the ECOM entry column. If failure related, if there is some issue with the hand, you can say passenger seat tray table, you will not find out in this. You have to go through the MEL item. So once you are referring this ECOM alert, you will get the particular reference what you have to do. The next step, it will refer MEL item and list of MEL item with the associated dispatch condition. We will go in next slide. We will discuss this also. MEL operational procedure may be also given for the particular MEL items. Inform MCC, get the MCC control number. This is also depend on the company to company. Sometimes station shifting charge will take care of this. Sometimes MCC will take care of this. Update the necessary tech log entry for carry forward action. Do your paperwork. Release the flight. So we'll just go through quickly. Just this is a demo purpose only. Suppose you are taking example, we'll take this. Yes, APU, you find the ECOM alert APU auto shutdown or emergency shutdown. Okay, this is your ECOM entry for APU. First you will go directly to the particular ATA, check the MEL entry. What is the ECOM alert APU auto shutdown, applicable to all aircraft. So applicable to our aircraft status is nil, and condition of dispatch refer to the item 49-10-01 power plant APU. So you have to go MEL item. So now we are in MEL item. Okay, so we'll refer this 49-10-1. So this is a 49-10-1, and here you will find out the particular registration number. Here also you will find out the particular registration MSN applicable to the particular airline. I have hidden this thing because you cannot use any company data, personal data. This is just for your knowledge and training purpose only. So you will find out the particular registration. If it is applicable to all, either you will find out the registration or manufacturer serial number. So you are applying this MEL not non-need of flight. So this will go in category 3 interval. 3 means 10 days, and number of install APU is 1. Number of required means 0, means need not required. APU can go under MEL. Play carding, yes, you have to play card. Maybe inoperative provided that ETOPS is not conducted. So this is the operational. O mean operational procedure. Operational procedure of the power plant. Okay. Now if we'll go to the we'll go through the operational procedure. Same MEL will be referred 49-10-010 during the friendly cockpit preparation. Do not use the APU. APU master switch must be off. No APU bleed will be available for main engine start and air conditioning. No electrical power will be available for APU generator. So before pushback or engine start, for engine start without APU, refer the FCOM procedure. You have to use air starter unit. If you need ground conditioner unit during boarding, you can request from ground crew. After landing at gate, in the absence of suitable ground support equipment at the destination, If APU is off, aircraft is routing to the particular location, you must know that that station is having air conditioning and air starter unit. An engine opposite to the refueling point will need to be operated during the refueling to ensure the continuability of bleed air and electrical. So there is a two scenario after landing. If there is no GPU or APU available, so you can say an engine opposite to the refueling point will need to operate during the refueling to ensure the continuability of bleed and electrical power. So this is also as per the company policy. Already I have discussed this video in the starting of the slide. Please go through that. So single engine running, also you can do the refueling. This is a part of this, and you can, after that fueling, boarding, everything is done, you can do this cross engine start and you can do your operation. So here also you will have same registration and applicable aircraft MSN. This is another question. Something is missing in the aircraft parts externally or something. So in Airbus 320, CDL standard for configuration deviation list is a part of aircraft flight manual. So this data you will get in aircraft flight manual only for CDL item that identify the authorized external part of the aircraft that may be missing. Example, fairing, seal, panel at the starting of a flight. You have to make particular entry for the missing item, carry forward entry, which is a part of this MEL only. Can be subjected to fuel penalties such as increasing drag, operating limitations. So like just if you are seeing that there is some seal is missing where disturbance of air is happening on the wing of any area, then there will be the fuel penalty of that particular system. So they depend on the requirement. You have to apply CDL, and you have to take additional fuel. This can go CAT do 120 days. This will not mention, but most of the company following this for carry forward item. So this is you have just attached this thing, master configuration deviation, refuel, defuel, coupling, cap, maybe quantity installs, maintenance process, all may be missing provided the seal integrity of the coupling is positively confirmed, no leak reported. So if this cap is missing, there should not be any leak from this particular area on the seal. If the coupling o-ring is damaged and cap cannot be fitted, dispatch is permitted in accordance with CDL item provided that cap is removed and coupling integrity is verified. If only lanyard is missing, remove the cap is not necessary. So lanyard is not mandatory because it will logged and may be combined with this MEL. So this is just for information. Another document is NEF, non-essential equipment and furnishing, nowadays coming in the using by the all airline. When I was working with my first airline, I did inform this document. So NEF are the aircraft cabin galley service item, example trim, curtain, cosmetic feature that do not affect the safety of the flight operation. This item can be deferred for a late repair, preventing the unnecessary aircraft grounding. If item not listed in MEL, CDL can go under the NEF. There is a separate manual like MEL only. What are the thing can go with reference number. Some operator they follow NEF general category also for those items which is further not coming under MEL, NEF or CDL item. MEL, CDL and NEF all are having reference number, but NEF general need not require any reference, or you can use the AMM SRM reference limitation. Just like you can say some belly fastener is missing which is coming under SRM reference, so on, and for valid for 50 cycle only, like brake pin missing, this also can be use the reference of AMM. So this is some example for NEF general category, but this is not followed by everywhere. Somewhere they are using information to pilot for this type of particular item like paint peeled out or missing belly fasteners, etc. So this is very good to know information. Then this is also foreign level only. They will ask what do you mean by extended divergent time operation. EDT or international aviation safety regulation allowing the aircraft twin or more engine to fly the route that are more than 60 minutes away from the adequate airport, focusing on the total divergent time rather than just engine count, requiring strict maintenance, crew training, specific approved reliability to alternate airport. So in a simple way, you are going the aircraft with EDT or route, So just like you can say you are reaching this destination. Previously we are going with non-EDTO route, so this is additional hour of flying, additional fuel consumption, maintenance, a lot of things are there to overcome with this. There is a EDTO is the best performance. You can follow this route for going to the particular location, but there will be the alternate airport nearest to the that particular EDTA route. So more detail you can go through the documents. I am just telling about the definition of the EDTO. Locking wire, sometime if you are attending physical interview, nowadays everything is virtual interview, so sometimes they will give you something, you do the locking wire of particular nut. So how it is the correct one, how you are doing quarter pin installation, so you should know about, because regularly you are working on the aircraft. This type of kind of things you have to do every day, especially you are in base, you have to do every time. So this is just for quarter pin installation. There is a procedure. You install the quarter pin, you bend like this, and there is another procedure. If you are bending, make sure this length should not extended above the diameter of the nut. So this is the concept of the quarter pin. It should not extended above that. You see sometimes people is just bend and left, so this is the concept. It should not extended. All the extended portion must be cut and removed. And same thing opposite side of the pin, one pin you can see it should not go above this washer. Just example, this is the washer, this pin should not lag on this. Okay, so this should be above the washer surface. It should touch the washer, or you can say above the washer also. So this is the correct way. Preferred option to use, optional is this. So I will upload separate video for this general procedure for the quarter pin in my channel. So some of the question initially if you are facing for authorization, so sometimes they will ask you about like you are become CAT engineer, you got license, they will ask you basic thing about 145, 147, 66. So we'll just quickly go through the all in more detail. You can go through the particular PDF file. So just 145 organization. What do you mean by 145? CR 145 Civil Aviation Regulation Part 145 define the requirement for the approval and operation of the aircraft maintenance organization tasked with maintaining air transport and large aircraft. It ensures the safety by the regulating maintenance procedure and personal qualification tools, facilitate the standards for the repair station, often aligned with the EASA regulation. Issue under the rule of 133A aircraft 1937, and further if it is a part of MOE maintenance organization exposition, ensure that maintenance organization exposition is comply with DGCA document. DGCA MOE is mandatory document outline how an approved maintenance organization comply with the CR 145 regulation. So CR 145 MOE is exposition. Exposition means a document. I will not share in a detail. It's just exposition is a document how you are going to comply with 145 in a simple way. So in detailed management policy procedure, scope of work, quality standard, ensuring DGCA approval for all the revisions. A recent update including specific guidance for the line maintenance capability also. So just go through the PDF file in detail in a simple way how the organization is comply with 145. This is the meaning of maintenance organization exposition. Same for 147 organization. DGCA regulation in India specify the requirement for the maintenance training organization authorized to conduct a basic training, type training for the aircraft maintenance personnel. It ensures the training complies with the CR 66 license. Okay, so organization must be registered, legal, and approved by the DGCA to conduct the training examination with the approval generally valid for a 3 year. And rule 133B for the aircraft rule 1937 training of organization. Maybe I have done some mistake if typing, please go through the manual because I hate CR. CR 66 is a part of licensing, is a DGCA regulation in India that define the requirement of issuing, maintaining and extending an aircraft maintenance engineer license. It establishes the module examination, type rating, experience requirement, categories of license into Cat A, B1, B2, B3, and Cat C for base maintenance, aligning with the EASA part. License is issued in a category A line maintenance, B1 mechanical, B2 avionics, B3 piston engine, Cat C for base maintenance, rule under aircraft rule 61 for 66. So basically licensing part is covered under CR 66. And the CR21 certification procedure for aircraft and related product parts appliances prescribe the procedure for issuing type certificate, changes to type certificate of the certificate of airworthiness, noise certificate in India. It covered a design, manufacturer and continued airworthiness and repair, including the approval for the design production. So this CR21 is applicable for this. So always make sure you should know about this definition. Now we'll come to CRM. So CRM, if you'll discuss DGCA CRM define the regulatory standard for the continuous airworthiness of the aircraft registered in India. It mandates the aircraft engine, propeller, component remain in safe condition throughout their operational life, covering the maintenance program, inspection, repair, and defect rectification. Issue under the rule of 50A, owner, operator, and lessee are aware of their responsibility and accountability to keep the aircraft in continuing state in airworthiness. CR lay down the requirement of the continuous airworthiness and which are harmonized with the EASA Part M. So this is harmonized with EASA Part M. Another CRM governs the maintenance of all the Indian registered aircraft, dividing responsibility in commercial air transport, private, non-commercial operation. This mandate that all the aircraft must have certified in the continuous airworthiness maintenance organization to ensure the airworthiness. The regulation divides the responsibility based on the complexity of the aircraft and type of operation, commercial versus private. If you're talking about the commercial, must be maintained by CR145 approved organization with a contracted CAMO responsible for scheduling the defect and rectification of maintaining accurate records. So they can contract CAMO for maintaining and record and defect rectification. Non-commercial aircraft owner operator must ensure the continuing airworthiness either through the CAMO or by adhering the strict maintenance schedule with inspection required by the approved entity of CR145 license AME. Now continuing airworthiness management exposition is just like MOE. Exposition means same like document how the companies comply with the CRM Subpart G requirements. So it is a document how you are complying with all the policy procedure with the CRM Subpart G. So this is also good to know. And just quickly, continue airworthiness management organization play the crucial role to ensure that ongoing airworthiness and safety standard of the aircraft throughout their operational life. Commercial, non-commercial aircraft maintenance in CRM. This is also one question. Subpart F, maintenance organization, is about doing the maintenance and ARC related issue for the light aircraft, not used for the commercial operation other than the complex motor power aircraft. Physical work, tools technician issuing CRS to service. Subpart G coming for continuing airworthiness maintenance organization is about managing the maintenance CAMO, continuing airworthiness of the aircraft not used for the commercial air transport managed by this organization. Developing the maintenance program, planning maintenance, managing air ADs, issuing airworthiness review certificates comes under the Subpart G. So just go through the difference between the CRM, Subpart F and Subpart G. Still I don't like this CR subject. I have failed in 7 times to clearing the CR. Rest all I have cleared in very fast. Now if you are facing another round, HR round, so what can be the action? We are going into the final phase of this interview, so just we'll go through the quickly about the HR round. What do you know about this company? So I will suggest go through the depth knowledge about the company where you are going to for the interview or you are going to face HR round. Sometime now all interviews combined with a single term. Previously it was first stage, second stage, third stage, and final will be HR round. Why did you choose the AME? You can mention what is your passion of the work. I was very interested. I have mentioned my dream. So you can mention as per your based on your why you have selected AME field, for money or license or reputation or what. so you should know about this. Why do you want to join us? So I have mentioned some points. In case of fresher in the field of aircraft maintenance, I want to join an organization that provide me a platform to use my talent, opportunity to prove my talent, growth in my career and stabilities. I can easily understand that I can have all this with your organization. So this is for good to know. In a simple way you can give answer. In case of your experience, I am familiar with your company culture and excellence where I can see my future growth. Also my skill and experience aligned with this role requirement, allowing me to continue immediately to work as an engineer. So go through the in-depth knowledge about the company, still why you want to join there. So this will also help you to give a proper answer. So I think this is good enough. What I have mentioned you can mention. Why do you think I should hire you? So here also you can use some term. I have a strong background experience in the line maintenance, multiple type of aircraft and engine. With my extensive technical knowledge and problem solving ability, I believe I can make a valuable contribute to your team. I am an adaptable team player, quickly learner, always target efficient in my work. If you give me a chance, I can prove myself best to the company. So this is good enough for giving quick answer for this question, why I should hire you. Why do you left your previous company? Why do you want to leave your previous company? Because if this is a good answer, because everyone are looking for better career growth, seeking a more stable organization and desire for a new role, a specific challenge with a good salary package. So always matter salary and promotion and growth. Always you will check. If you are working with same company 10 years, you are not seeing growth, I will never suggest you go and work on the same company. If you are getting better opportunity, go for the better opportunity. This is the applicable for who is taking the interview also. This is applicable for them also. They are also looking for better opportunity. So never come disappoint with this word. If you are getting good opportunity, jump. How much salary do you expect? I will suggest I am looking for a competitive package that include benefit and growth opportunity. Based on my experience is a good answer. Based on my experience in this industry, a current package, please look over. I will look over for better package. It's nothing like you are getting 10 lakh and going to work on the 1 lakh. This is not good answer. So I will always suggest make your mind what you have to give answer for particular. But this is good answer. Are you ready to relocate anywhere in case of requirement? Yes, you have to say yes, I am fully open to relocate for this opportunity, and I believe it's a great chance for professional growth. So always suggest, never say I cannot relocate. First you get the job. If you don't have job, if you have job, you can say no, I want this particular location only because of my family issue. Otherwise, if this is your first job, always say yes, because first you start the career in the field of aviation as an aircraft maintenance engineer or technicians. So any question last will be there. If yes, you can ask like when I can expect confirmation in case of I selected. And any other question if you want to, you can put in front of HR. So thank you guys for watching this video till in. Hope you have enjoyed, and this is very good thing what I have loaded. I have taken almost 3 to 4 months for collecting data and making this video for you guys. So please hit the like and subscribe button for getting more videos. Share with your friend who is the new in the field of aviation and who is going to face the interview challenge in India or as well as abroad. Question will be always same. I will always suggest what you are mentioning in the CV. Go through the CV, go through the particular task, read the precaution. You should know the quickly about the procedure. So this is the good way how you can represent yourself in front of interview person. So please be ready, and thank you so much. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Once again, please type in the comment box if you need any other questions answer. If you have any doubtful questions, please share with me. I will get the answer for you guys.